past injuries change how he plays the game. Wentz suffered a knee injury that ended his 2017 season and a back injury that cut his 2018 season short. But when he was asked about his ability to scramble, the Eagles QB said, quote, "When I need to make a guy miss in the pocket, when I need to get out and make a play, that's still definitely going to be a big part of my game." So, Shannon, should Wentz still consider scrambling a big part of his game?
Yes, Skip, I think the biggest mistake that guys can make is that they try too soon to evolve into something that they want to be, but they want to do it in such a drastic manner. You take RG3, for example, Skip. He had been a quarterback that ran around and made plays his entire life. And he says, you know what? Next year, after the injury, I'm going to be Peyton Manning. I'm going to be Tom Brady. That's all I want to be.
Yep.
But he had never been that before. It took an evolution for Steve Young to become a pure pocket quarterback. It took an evolution for John Elway to become a pure pocket quarterback. And I believe the transition, although slow and gradual, will take place with Carson Wentz. But to think that he says, now, I've been doing this, and a part of what makes him special is his ability to escape the pocket and throw the ball down the field. No, I'm not doing that no more. I'm strictly Brady. I'm strictly Manning. Nah.
No?
No.
I thought Doug Peterson said early in camp we want him to stay in the pocket this year.
And do what?
Throw interceptions? I don't know.
That ain't happening. I got to fit. I'm thinking something around 30, 32, 33, and 8.
Really?
Down the picks.
I'm thinking of games played for Carson Wentz over his first 3 years. It went 16 the first year, and then it went 13, then it went down to 11. Are we headed for 9 this year?
I'm thinking 16. 16.
Yeah. Here's what I think. The Bible says, pride goeth before the fall. And I think there's going to be a fall if he really starts to insist, I'm a running quarterback.
No, he's not that.
Well, I know, but he thinks he's a big scrambler, big bad scrambler.
No, that's not what.
Yeah. Well, it has been a part of his game.
But hold on. Tom Brady was just talking about how he got 3 yards and how frustrating that must be for a defense to say, welcome. Julian Edelman's gonna catch or Sonny Michel or Burkhead or Dorsett.
Yep.
Who the hell thought Tom Brady was scrambling for 3? You do what you have to do in the course of a game.
Tom Brady ran the ugliest 40 in the history of the combine.
And that was the ugliest 3 yards he ever ran.
I thought it was nifty.
But it was effective. And that's what we're trying to get out of Carson. Skip, they're not going to design runs for him, but there are going to be times that he's going to need to get out of the pocket and to escape harm and get a first down. But he needs to be smart, get out of bounds, and get down. Okay, fine. But you best believe he didn't earn the name walking to him for nothing. When he throw that thing from the pocket, Skip, it's like a long handoff. You don't see very many 50 and 60-yard handoffs, but that's what he does.
You know what I heard between the lines of these comments? I heard identity crisis. I heard a young man who's not sure who he is anymore, like, I keep getting hurt, but I still got to be me. I got to run.
He's a top 10 quarterback, one of the best. He's the best quarterback in the NFC East. That's what he knows for certain. That's what he is. And it's not even close.
You got to be.
It's not even close.
You got to be healthy enough to play. Because I think we're going to see a lot of Josh McCown. That's what I think we're going to see.
Mop-up duty, because we're going to be so far ahead.
You know, Carson Wentz, in a weird way, reminds me a little bit of Andrew Luck in that Andrew, in his first 3 years, just said, I'm going to run through that brick wall. I'm going to throw it through a brick wall. I'm going to hold it until the last second because I'm going to make a big play every time. And what did it get him? It got him hurt. A lot.
It was a freak accident.
Got him
and guess what? Even though he tore his ACL, he came back in the next play and threw a tub on a torn ACL.
Yeah, and then did he play in the playoffs?
No.
Nope.
Good thing, because they'd have steamrolled the playoffs. He'd have had a Super Bowl ring. It'd have been over for you.
I'm going to tell you one more time. No quarterback has more pressure on his shoulder pads than your quarterback does. 108 guaranteed $1 million
Only thing
and no playoff snaps.
The only thing that saved you is that my guy didn't go to and get that Super Bowl because it'd have been over.
But how about this, guys, for the Eagles? Could they be adding a Pro Bowl pass rusher to their roster? Talk about that next.
To see separation. He's not going to be able to have Coop have a DB linked up and throw him open. And that's what Coop gives him. Coop is going to win the route, and you're going to see his separation is going to be from me to you. That's what Dak needs to see. But without Zeke there, he's not going to get that man-to-man coverage, so it's going to be tighter windows to make these throws. And that's why I said Zeke helps everybody, including Coop. They are all good players, but Zeke makes them much better.
Okay, we've never done this before, but if I have to split the credit for the 2 division championships that they have won in the 3 years those two have been together, I'm still going 60% Dak, 40% Zeke. If we just have to split it between those two, because my quarterback has led the National Football League over his first 3 years in game-winning drives. My quarterback has outplayed other great quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers 3 times. Jared Goff was number 48 on this list, and he's outplayed him twice. And in the biggest picture, he set the all-time record for completion percentage of a quarterback in his first 3 years. And finally, once he got Amari, he just took off last year. They went 8-2, including the 2 playoff games, and he was #1 in passes completed over the last 10 games in the National Football League. And I don't want to bore you with all the stats, but his stats said he was a top 5 performer among quarterbacks over the last 10 games of last year. Russell Wilson was what? How high was he? Like 9 on that list? He outplayed Russell head-to-head at Jerry World in a playoff game, had a QBR of 74-70 for Russell Wilson, because this young man can play. This young man can throw. And by the way, last quick point, the defending champion Eagles, in that 10-game stretch, he met him twice. He outplayed Carson Wentz twice, and in 2 fourth quarters and an overtime against the defending champs, he threw for a combined total of 331 yards, 24 of 28 with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. That's hard to do if you're just average and you don't belong in the top 100.
If you put a Zeke behind an Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, and they get man-to-man coverage.
Put him in that offense with that offensive line.
Oh, my goodness. Man-to-man coverage across the board. Like, I seen it with my own eyes. We are seeing cover 2. We are seeing 55 press man-to-man. When we got Eddie Lacy, we like, 1 high, man. Like, where did this come from? It's so much easier. I couldn't imagine a big-time quarterback with Zeke in the backfield and just able to throw one-on-one coverage. That's what he gives Dak, and that's why Dak is able to be as good as Dak is.
Who led the National Football League during the playoffs in rushing last year? Who led? New England?
New England did.
Oh, okay. How did that happen? That's very interesting. There's not one guy, although Sony was
the run
emerging.
game helped him win that Super Bowl.
Because you know why? I don't believe Sonny Michel can do this. I know what 12 can do. He got 5 of these things. So I know what he can do. I've seen him throw for 500, 400, 400.
Which one? Who are you talking about?
Tom Brady.
Oh, he got 6 of these things.
No, I'm saying before going. So coordinators know.
Yeah.
I know Tom can beat me throwing it. I would rather you run the football because I don't want the ball in Tom's hand. If Tom puts the ball if Tom puts the ball in Burkhead's belly or Sonny Michel's belly, I got a better chance of beating you. Tom Brady, I know what Tom Brady can do. Skip, if you look at the Cowboys, their best 2 seasons in the last decade, you look at 2014 and 2016, what did they do? They led the NFL in rushing. DeMarco Murray had over 1,800. Tony Romo did. DeMarco Murray was Offensive Player of the Year. Tony Romo finished 2nd in the MVP voting. Dak Prescott in 2016. Zeke Elliott over 1,600. Dak was the Rookie of the Year. Skip, they've set this offense up to run. If you can run it, they're going to drop that 8th guy down. You're going to get single high. But then when they start going cover 6, they 6 kick. They go quarters. Oh, no. He can't throw. Skip, I gave you the numbers.
Every offense is set up to run. That's the name of the game. No. It makes it easier. Yes, it is.
But, yeah, we might set it up to run, but we ain't got Zeke in that offensive line to run behind.
Why does Dan Marino have no Super Bowls? Why?
Because
he said, I don't want a running game.
Because in 16 years, he had one guy to make 1,000 yards.
That's the route the Cowboys going. If you don't want to win, you don't want to win. You don't want a Super Bowl.
You don't want to win. Don't put Zeke in.
Just watch them win the first 2 games without Zeke.
They might. I'm telling you, they might win a couple games. But when you get in the playoffs and you make this playoff push, you are not.
You're going to get a false sense, Skip. You're going to fall into that trap like Jerry. You're going to beat the Giants, who's not very good. You're going to beat Washington, who's not very good with Case Keenum. And you're going to get this false sense that, man, we can do this without Zeke.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
One of these days soon, you're going to have to sit over there and say, you know what? Your quarterback's really good. You're going to have to say that.
I hope so.
Skip, you see, all I'm saying, okay, Skip, this is what we do. We're on a seesaw. One side up, one side down. Your guy right here in the middle. He ain't on the bad side. He ain't on the good side. He in the middle. Once you accept that, he's a middle of the road quarterback. You're going to be just fine. But you don't want to accept that.
Wow. That running back was so good against the Rams, he went nowhere.
You took one game.
Nowhere.
You took one game.
That was the game.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Good stuff, guys.
It was not
James,
the
thank
game.
you for joining us. I know Shannon appreciated the direction you went there.
He needed help.
And just a reminder, NFL Network exclusively carries Thursday night football games week 2 and 3 before Fox and Amazon Prime join in on the action starting week 4 with Eagles-Packers. So appreciate your stuff, James. Good to have you. Who is going to win the Heisman this season? Yeah, why not go there? Joel Klatt joins us next to tell us what he thinks.